respect for the injustice system to give us justice when they have a historical track record of denying the black man and woman justice and protection. So we bring Attorney Malik Shabazz, the Attorney General for the Black Nation, for black people, 196,940,000 square miles of the planet Earth. We have our Malcolm today, who's a legal genius. Black Power, Attorney General Malik Shabazz.
We are at a critical and crucial moment. My name is Malik Shabazz, spelled Malik-Shabazz, the National President of Black Lawyers for Justice. I'm the Attorney General for this group right here, the new Black Panther Party. We have just heard the closing arguments from the prosecution. We have just heard the closing arguments for the defense attorney for Travis McMichael. The first thing I must say is I couldn't tell in this courtroom from the defense argument whether this was 2021 or 1921. I couldn't tell whether it was 2021 or 1921. Every stereotype, every bias, every wrongful presumption that could be presented against Ahmaud Arbery was presented by defense counsel on his very much flawed closing argument. First thing I want to say is, those will ask, well, why are these black activists here? Why is the new Black Panther Party here? Why are these defense groups here? They are here because they are part of the reason. They are part of the reason that this trial is taking place in the first place. Is that right? Yes, sir. They are part of the reason that this trial is taking place in the first place. For it was these groups, when there was no indictment, when Travis McMichael and Greg McMichael and Roddy Bryan were running around free, unindicted and unarrested, it was these organizations that patrolled that neighborhood. That's right. It was these organizations that, availing themselves of their Second Amendment rights, who patrolled the neighborhood of the McMichaels and others, and who took such a strong stand in this area that eventually an indictment came down, but it did not come down in the beginning. So let's give them a strong hand. These brothers and sisters are unsung heroes. They are part of the reason why we're here, some of the unsung heroes behind this process. But it's not over.
Black Power.
It's not over. The stakes are very high in this hour.
That's right.
At the stakes here are, number one, the value of black life in this county and in this state.
Black Power.
What is the value of black life in this county and in this state? It is very much hanging in the balance right now.
That's right.
White vigilantism is on the rise and is at stake right now in this trial. White vigilantism, what is that? What is it?
White vigilante.
What did I just say?
White vigilante. White vigilante. White vigilante.
White vigilantism is on trial. White vigilantism in Kenosha, Wisconsin,
That's right.
where we just saw Kyle Rittenhouse freed another white vigilante.
That's right.
Killed 2, maliciously wounded 1, absolutely let go scot-free. White vigilantism is on the rise. There's no difference. There's no difference between Kyle Rittenhouse and Travis McMichael. There's no difference.
That's right.
Between Kyle Rittenhouse and Gregory McMichael.
That's right.
There's no difference between Mr. Bryan here is on trial, and Rittenhouse in Wisconsin.
That's right.
That's right. We cannot make any assumptions in this hour that justice will be done.
Come on,
We know that justice in this case is a conviction by all defendants on all counts.
That's right.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
That's what is required in this case. That is a must in this case. That is a demand by not just us, but our people who are watching all over the United States, and by all people who believe in justice. They are wondering, does Black life matter here? And will there be justice? And will this system stand up against white vigilantism?
Black power.
But once again, as I step out of these arguments, I can't tell whether it's 2021 or 1921. Now, before we get started, we're faced here with big odds.
That's right.
We're faced here with big odds because it's an overwhelmingly almost all white jury.
Tell the truth.
Even though this county is 26% black, 26 or 27% black, still on their jury is almost an all white jury, and that makes us nervous.
That's right.
These are right, conservative-minded, Republican-leaning voters. This county is overwhelmingly Republican, and it is known by obvious circumstances to be hostile towards black people.
Tell the truth.
Justice hangs in the balance in this hour. The stakes are extremely high in this hour, and we don't know whether these